Hey, welcome to the Dub Show. I appreciate you guys, man. Check me out.
I got an L at a young age, stretched out. Getting 24, homie, I got 5 out. Now on YouTube, trying to get a paper route. Coming till you know the deal, we on some grown shit now. What's cracking, everybody? New video. Today's video has to do with a question I'm asked a lot. Those of you who've been to the channel already know. Those of you just seeing this for the first time, I served 24 years and 2 weeks, my last time in jail. Prior to that, I did 3 years and 3 months in the California Youth Authority. I got out of YA for 5 months, and then I caught a life sentence and went to California prison, CDC, for 24 years, 2 weeks. And a big question that I get all the time, one of the questions I'm probably asked the most, other than what was my first meal when I got out, is how was it adjusting to life on the streets? And people ask me, was the technology something I had to adjust to, and stuff like that. So let's first go back to who I was before I went to prison. So I started messing around with gangs at a very young age. Obviously, to me, it was due to insecurity issues. People who are confident in themselves, in my opinion, don't join gangs, don't need to feel accepted by others. They're fine with who they are and what they are, okay? So, again, I got involved with gangs at a very early age. Because of my issues, my abandonment issues and other issues, I always felt like I had to do more. I needed more attention. So I was always in jail because of it. And when I would go to jail, it was the same thing in jail. I wanted to be involved in stuff, and I would get into trouble a lot. And it was just to feed an ego that was insatiable. There was no way I could ever feed that ego to where it would be content, right? The person I was back then, I was very loyal, right? That's one thing in dealing with convicts, ex-convicts, is they're at times loyal to a fault, right? So I was very loyal to my neighborhood and my homeboys, and I was more loyal to my neighborhood and my homeboys than they ever were to me. And there's, in every neighborhood, there's only a handful of dudes like that. Anybody that's been from a gang, there's a certain number of guys in your neighborhood that are really willing to go all the way, all the time. And the rest kind of like live off of those guys. And anybody who's truly honest with themselves and been from a neighborhood, that, and you can actually identify within your own mind who those guys were, or if you were one of those guys. And it's unfortunate that those, that I felt that I had to be that kind of person because of inadequacies within me. Now, getting out of prison and adjusting to the world, it's over 5 years that I've been out, and it still isn't easy. In certain ways, there are still so many things that I don't know how to do. And you have to realize, for the vast majority of my life, I was not a productive member of society. I chose not to live by the rules of society, the laws of society. I chose to live by a criminal code. And so, to this day, there are things that I don't even know that I don't know because I haven't come across them. But I will tell you that I hit the ground running when I got out. I was just having this conversation with my lady earlier. when I got out, I didn't look around like, wow, I'm out. No, I got out like, okay, I got to get a cell phone. I already had a car, just had to have it dropped off. I got to get my car. I got to get a cell phone. I have to get my driver's license. I have to get my social security card. I have to get, you know, there were things that I knew. I had checklists. You know, I have to go report to my parole officer. You know, I have to get a job. You know, when am I going to be able to get a job? I have to save money. I have to get, like, I got out knowing there's no time for rest. I think that, you know, prisoners that get released back in the community that didn't do a long stretch or didn't have a life sentence, those are the things that lead to their recidivism. Is they get out and they're just like, I'm gonna go back to the neighborhood, or I'm gonna go get at my old lady, or their priorities have others ahead of themselves. I knew that I was going to make the decisions daily that were going to keep me out and keep me being productive and successful out here. So when I got out, I was banned from my county, where I'm from. I was banned. I'm from Santa Barbara, California, and I was banned from Santa Barbara, California, the whole entire county. The first 6 months I was out. After 6 months, when that ban was lifted, I was still banned from a majority of the county. I was allowed to go to certain places where family were, and told, go there, hang out there, be careful where you go, because I had, you know, there were 5 victims in my case. It wasn't just the person that died. So, and they were all over the county. So they were like, you know, you can't go here, 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 you know, and it wasn't frustrating to me at all, because I knew I wasn't in a prison cell. I wasn't doing a life sentence. My outlook on life can be learned by anybody and applied and make you more successful, more peaceful. I don't have it all together. I don't, but I'm not who I was. You know, like I said, when I got out, I knew I wanted to work. So I was sent to San Diego. I paroled there because I was banned again from Santa Barbara. I went there, and as soon as I got to the transitional home, I asked, when can I get a job? They said, you can't work for the first 30 days, but if you get a job at 3 weeks, we don't care. 3 weeks in, I went and got a job. Went to a temp agency, signed up. The next day I had work, and I have worked every single day since then. When I was there, I've mentioned before, I would work 3 or 4 jobs, juggling them. I was doing deliveries for different companies. I was working part-time at another place. I was going to my apprenticeship to become a CNC machinist. I was doing a lot of things, man. And, you know, people used to tell me, even family members, hey, you know, you're doing all this stuff. Why are you doing these delivery jobs? You know, you should just relax and rest a little bit. And I told them, yeah, you know what? I rested for 24 years. You know, now I'm at the point, you know, after, you know, doing all that time, I can sleep when I'm dead. You know, that's what I tell people. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll rest when I'm dead. Again, is it easy? No. But is it worth it? Absolutely. And the things that are worth the most in life take a lot of work to achieve. People think I hate on Wes Watson, and I watched a video of his, was it yesterday or the day before, and it motivated me. You know, I have to look beyond the, you know, when he's doing these videos, like the video he did, he was driving around San Diego in a Rolls Royce, I think, or a Bentley, one of the two. Even the way the door closes in that car and the door opens and it starts, I was blown away. I was like, wow, I wouldn't even know how to turn that car on, you know? And that's something to aspire to. Maybe not getting that car, but getting in a position to be able to do that. But anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys out, man, and answered that question for the people that keep asking. you know, what it was like for me to get out, and, you know, was it hard? In a lot of ways, it's not hard because I'm not driven by ego. Anytime somebody is driven by their ego, remember, you're trying to feed an insecurity that you've buried. Ego is only to mask that insecurity. Put your ego to the side and understand you are an equal to everyone around you and they're equal to you. Then you're able to have a little bit more understanding and compassion. So with that, everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out. Thank you for being here.